Hey there, I'm making this video about people losing weight, people not being able to do it, and it's actually a pretty big question. Why can't people lose weight? Everywhere I go, I notice that everyone is fat. Every store I go to, even in a high class area, low class area, people are still always out of shape. There's rarely a person that is actually in shape, meaning like their body type is basically not perfect, but pretty not masculine, not too masculine, but just regular muscle and healthy looking, not skinny. I mean, pretty much thin, but with actual healthy flesh. It's rare that I find a person that actually looks like that. So basically, I think maybe every one out of about 50 to 100, or maybe over 100, maybe every one out of 200 people that I see will actually have a perfect looking body that is healthy, thin, and have a bit of masculinity to it, whether it's female or male. Rarely do I ever see a female, though, that actually has a body like that. Females are usually only thin, medium, or fat. That's just the way females are. So, at least that's the way they make themselves in this world. So anyways, why can't people actually lose weight? I believe the reason is simple. Time and energy. They simply don't have the time to lose weight, and they don't have the energy either. Why is that? Most of our time and energy is used up on school and work. So I'm not sure if people around the world handle it better than we Americans do, but from the way things look, I don't think anybody handles it well in this world at all. Americans are fat as hell. People from Japan, they're not fat, but they have no masculinity, so they're out of shape too. They're skinny, and they don't have any good fitness to their bodies whatsoever. Skinny and weak. Same thing goes for people all around the world, especially people from India. They look horrible. Everybody looks horrible. No one actually has any type of fit masculinity to their body whatsoever. Healthiness. I don't mean big and bulky with muscles. Hell no. I think that's out of shape too, because it's too much. No one has an actual standard regular looking body with a good amount of healthiness to it, basically. Fitness. So yeah, everyone to me is fat. Even by race, everyone is fat. Lazy blacks after high school are fat as shit. Burrito eating Mexicans are fat as shit. High class whites are fat as shit. And you would think high class whites, you would think having all the money or whatever money they have, time, let's forget about time, I'm sorry. You would think being in the area that they're in, whites, with their finances and things like that, and jobs or businesses, that they would actually be in better shape. Well, no, they're not. I remember the trash job I had, and we would dump trash in high class areas, and there were mostly, I'd say probably 80% whites in those areas. And all the trash that I was dumping, all their trash, I would see nothing but Bud Light and Miller Lite beer cans and bottles. A huge loads of those. It seemed like it was 70% of beer basically in people's trash cans, and 70% of the trash cans would have beer. It's fucking crazy. I'm not gonna say 70% within the trash cans. I think maybe 30% of beer in the trash cans, which is a lot of beer. There was a lot of beer, mostly trash, but a lot of freaking beer, liquor, whatever you name it, anything bad for you. So of course, a lot of money they do have, in which they spend a lot on beer. Now, speaking on them, I don't blame them for spending their money on beer. Any person who can make a lot of money, I don't blame you for spending your money on beer. I'm not the type of person who blames the individual anymore. I don't blame the citizens anymore. It just can't be. There's too many. Too much wrongdoing for it to be the citizens anymore. I blame the laws. I blame the rules. I blame the way our lifestyle is. People who make money, like good money, for example, like people who live in high-class areas, the reason I do not blame them for using most of their money on Bud Light beers is because there's nothing more to life anyway. There's nothing more to life but to be a couch potato. They don't have time to do anything anyway. What time do they even fucking have? It's not like they can go to Six Flags every week that they can. Maybe they can, I don't know. But in the end, it's not like they can actually go to the gym every day. It's really hard to do that when you have jobs that take up most of your time. Simple as that. And that's the flaw here. As long as we have to work like that, we won't ever be able to take care of ourselves individually. So in the end, there's nothing more to anybody's life but to, especially a high-class person, but to just sit down on the fucking couch, watch the game, and be a couch potato. They don't have any other choice. That's all they got with them. It's kind of sad, though. It's retarded. I mean, we make all this money in America, and we can't take a fucking break. We have all this technology. Forget the money. We have all this technology, all these people, but we cannot take a break. We have to work individually, every man for himself, for his useless life. We have to literally sit here and work our butts off forever. So yeah, all those, when you see anybody, especially after their 30s, we're all out of shape. Even high-class people. All those years of sitting down, working, studying, their bodies have just, it's been growing on that. So it's not like they can actually spend time at the gym. And we put the blame on them individually, thinking that it's their fault. But that's a lot of people's faults, though. That's a lot of freaking people who can't seem to get themselves together. It's like, how long are we going to keep blaming them? Until we finally realize it's the way we're being controlled, the way that these controllers are making this country. Until we figure out that, maybe this lifestyle that we have created for ourselves is a little too hard on its people, making it hard for them to even take care of themselves. Think about it. A person who works a business, they take care of their jobs, or anybody who's at work. You take good care of your job better than you take care of your own family lifestyle or your own self. Again, the jobs look better than the people, and that's the reason why this country is crappy, because because in the end we put so much heart into the actual work than we do to our own life. I mean, shit, whatever happened to work for living? Instead, we're living for work, and that makes no sense. So yeah, we're fat. This is the impact. This is the results of giving your life away for the job. For the school too, studying and shit. Again, we live for studying. We don't study to live, because it doesn't give us crap. All I see is people who study, book nerds, everybody, even if they're skinny, they have nothing beautiful about them. There's nothing but ugly people in this world. And that's the truth. Go outside. Do it now. Go to the freaking store. Look how many ugly people there are. You have to literally get surprised when you see a hot chick or a hot male. There are better looking girls than there are guys. But even the girls, will have cute faces, but fat bodies. Especially if they're Mexicans, no offense. Mexican females are just out of shape, and I'll get to that on another video. But anyways, even females are out of shape. They can be skinny, but they have no cuts in their arm. I'm not saying they should be bodybuilders, but they need some sort of shape. I should be seeing a female, man, or a male for that matter. At least 5 out of 10, every 10 people that I see, I should be seeing a person with, with this, some cuts or something. Like, I should be seeing that. Again, they don't have to be bodybuilders, but this is pathetic. This is a pathetic world. So, again, it's not just America. I think it's all over this place. Even if we are the fattest country, other countries, we're still athletic as shit. So other countries must be out of shape too. They may not be fat, but being skinny doesn't mean that you're in shape. Being skinny means that you suck. You're weak. You're nothing. You have no meat, and that's all it is. In the end, people still don't have healthy bodies. They're still not fit, and that's what we need. We need to be seeing a world where there's more people who are beautiful walking this earth, not ugly. I mean, we have it right now. We have the opportunity to have it right now. I mean, we have technology. What gives, man? We have population. There's no excuse right now. It can't be the people anymore. It can't be the individual. We can't blame it on them anymore. It's the laws, man. It's the way we live. That's the results. The impact. We have to have an impact, a results and aftermath for what we do now. Well, guess what? We study like hell right now. We study our freaking asses off, and we work our asses off, and these are the results. What you see. Go outside and look around. Those are the results. And guess what? Again, even if you live in a rich neighborhood, and you go outside and look around, and you say, hey, it's not that bad, look harder. Focus. Look in an actual richer neighborhood or a high-class neighborhood, even those neighborhoods that look cleaner with cleaner people. Even if you look around at the houses and everything, you see how everything's organized. You see the buildings, you see the ground. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Those are jobs right there. Making houses, building houses, making them look good. Those are jobs and businesses, companies. Guess what? Of course they look good. Again, it goes back to what I just said. We make the environment. We tried so hard to make possibly the environment, not really the environment, but the actual jobs look good rather than the people. Because when you're in a richer neighborhood or a high-class neighborhood, you look at the people and they look like crap. They don't look that good. I'm probably judging them strictly. I am. Because even if they're not fat, I still count them as looking like crap. If they're not, again, if I go to a beach, and I've been there before, I've been to beaches before, I have not seen people who again, let me not to brag, but let me show you. I have not seen people with this. Like, hell, let me not flex this. I have not seen people with this. This is I should be seeing a lot of that in beaches. A person, when they think of a beach, they should be in that weight room right now. Girl or boy, male or female, doesn't matter. They should be in that weight room. Everybody wants to look good. Well, I don't see it. So, that's my point. When you go in places like that, majority of the people should be beautiful. But instead, it's the complete opposite. Majority of the people are not beautiful. So, as I've said before, Asians and Indians are the only people who are not truly so fat. But don't count them. They don't mean, no offense, but that doesn't mean anything for them not to be fat, because we all know Asians and Indians for being the people who are the least likely to actually be in shape. While they're skinny, they never have anything special anyways. Their bodies never have any meat. As far as meat, I mean like healthiness, like just not just plain muscles, but just healthiness. Being skinny does not count you as being in shape at all. So, I mean, look at them. Whoever wants to look like that anyways? Nobody ever wants to look like the typical, no offense, the typical Asian or Indian. And I have to get on them because of the fact that they spend most of their time, just like everybody else, but they're more committed. They spend most of their time studying and just being committed to their actual careers. So to me, that's the impact. That's what they receive. Even a person who is not fat, they still receive a body that nobody wants. In fact, usually the bodies that people ever want is the bodies that most blacks have, apparently when we're born, at least. However, we get out of shape probably more easier than anyone else right after high school. If we're not going to be anything big or special, like some sort of, I don't know, celebrity, we're going to be right in that crowd amongst all the fat people there are. Another thing is, we all have to kind of know, everybody wants to get in shape. It's by human instinct, especially females. Everyone wants to be beautiful. It's just inevitable. Everyone wants it. So we have to kind of believe that everyone does try to lose weight. We do want to put effort into that. The key is, though, to realize is that we can never get around to it. We can never get around to it. We don't have flexibility in our lifestyles at all. And that's one of the major problems with our lifestyles. Again, it's being overly crowded with so much school, so much work. Guess what? It's like all we freaking talk about now. Our life, yeah, human life, all we talk about is those two things. And maybe the other 12 dozen things, the other plainly dozen things that we ever talk about, which is nothing but, what teenagers do these days. Things that involve being a couch potato, twerking, parties, smoking, drinking, and that's our lifestyle. Anything a little bit extra, and that's pretty much it. But we all have to really know that everybody wants to lose weight. Anytime you see a big person, usually they talk about losing weight. That's like our conversation of this fucking world now. Losing weight. What are you eating tonight? You have to run to the hospital. What kind of pills are you taking? What are you watching on TV? You smoking weed? You watching the game tonight? Oh, you going to that party? And that's pretty much it. Like that's all. But overall, people definitely want to lose weight. Any larger person that you go around talks about losing weight. So people they always get fitness trainers. They always take pills, whatever it is that they need to do. Even when I was looking on YouTube, I noticed a lot of fitness channels or fitness videos will have a lot of views, like millions of views. So to me, it just kind of proves a lot that there's many people that really want to put in the effort to lose weight, but they just can't do it. We humans try to get whatever we want. We always try to get what we want, but a lot of people think that we just don't put enough effort into it. The problem is, though, when you're playing a video game, sometimes if the game is too hard to play, is it easy for you to put in a lot of effort to actually try to beat it? And again, in the end, to me, in life, if it's gonna be this hard, then it's never gonna look like we're putting in enough effort for us to actually achieve life. So people definitely want to lose weight. They do, but they're just unable to. It's too hard. Life is too hard for them. So yeah, I'm seeing way too many people out of shape in order for me to say that it's their fault. I just can't blame them anymore. I can't blame anybody anymore whatsoever. I've seen too many people out of shape. I have to say it's their lifestyle. It's the lifestyle of this whole planet. The way we live just makes us not being able to really focus more on the things that we truly want, which is to get in shape or to look good and things like that. We're unable to really put our focus on that anymore. Our focus is always school, it's always work, it's always college, business and companies. We literally have given our life away for that shit. We can't even manage our own life anymore. And the harder it is to manage life, the harder it's going to be for us to manage our own selves and our own family. So, we all know what makes it harder to manage life. It's not just us, it's also the things that we have to deal with. The way we make ourselves deal with these things, man, these organizations, just dealing with all that interferes with our own lifestyle that we can't even get to anymore. Just think about it. With all this heart and determination people put into losing weight, we should be looking at, when we go outside, we need to be looking at beautiful people. We should be looking at a lot of fit, lovely looking people. But no, they look like shit. They're not beautiful, they're all ugly. But they have all that determination to lose weight. Doesn't make any sense. It's not the people anymore. The only beautiful people we will ever see, a majority of, are all celebrities. The ones on television. And it will always be that way. It will stay that way for a while until this whole world, mostly this country, decides to change the way we live our lifestyles, not within our family households. I mean within the way that this country makes us, the requirements of actually living, the way it forces us to go to school and stay there, and come back home along with shit from school, and stay in a fucking seat at home and study more, and the way it makes us go to work and stay there, and even work overtime, and have to come right back home and guess what? Do nothing but go straight to sleep and get ready for work again. The way we have to deal with that crap is only going to make life stay exactly like this, especially if those are the problems that we're facing. We're not getting rid of the problem if that's the problem. So, we're going to stay this way. So, that's pretty much all I have to say. And, I'm Aaron Jones, the Thinker. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for any other videos I have. I'm going to be helping this planet out more and more. Not just by speaking, of course, but that's just what I'm doing now. For now, that's all I can do. This is all the strength I have. So, if you want justice for this world, just stay tuned. I promise that my words will help. I believe I might have, reached information that most people just aren't open to, and I don't see a lot of people talking and actually sending their word out to this world. So, I'm doing the best I can. If you want justice, help me out. Fight with me. So, thank you.